Hey folks, rinimt here, and welcome back to Return to Ash. Thank you, Serenity Forge, for the code. We got an ending with Celadon last time, and there are more endings to pick up here. So we're gonna try and go for some of these. The hospital was empty, quiet, and brighter than usual. Waking up on a snow day, but I didn't feel cold. I didn't feel much of anything. Weird. Normally, opening my eyes to a room this bright would give me a migraine. Instead, I felt no pain at all. No aching muscles, no bed sores, not even a hint of dizziness or nausea. For the first time in 7 years, I felt completely normal. Either I'm cured, or this is a dream. Or I'm dead. Hello? I called out, but no one came. Nurse? I searched for the call button on the side of my bed, but it wasn't there. Yep, definitely a dream then. My IV bag dripped in response. Or these are some next level painkillers. What am I supposed to do now? Wait. I decided to wait patiently. There are 3 options. 1, I'm dreaming and I'll wake up soon. 2, I'm dying and this part is supposed to be my life flashing before my eyes. Just that I've spent so much of that life in the hospital room, there's nothing else to show. Or hopefully 3, someone will come to check on me sooner or later. A nice doctor will reassure me that everything is normal and there's nothing to worry about. Someone please come. I don't like the other options. Leave the room. Fine. Let's go and find someone. Put on some slippers and walked out into the hall. Much to my dismay, there didn't seem to be anyone here either. Something was definitely wrong. Even in the dead of night, you'd see a nurse or 2 scurrying these halls. Or at the very least, a janitor. But it's broad daylight and there's absolutely no one. Footsteps echo quietly in the eerie silence. I peered around the corner to see another empty stretch of hallway before me. Okay, no explanation. Time has stopped. I slept through the fire alarm and everyone already evacuated. I was left behind in the confusion. Or it's a rapture, so it's not their fault I was left behind. Nuclear apocalypse? Isn't there a bright white flash before the bomb goes off? That must be what this is. I walked steadily down the halls, coming up with more and more ridiculous theories as to what was happening. Finally, a figure appeared, saving me from my madness. Hello? Hi! I was too surprised to know how to react. This wasn't the sort of person I expected to find, and she showed up too suddenly. Instead of focusing on all the possible explanations for what was going on, I should have come up with something to say when I inevitably found someone. Stupid! I didn't think anyone else was here. She looks me up and down, glancing to my IV and then back to my face. She's expecting a response. Looking for a nurse? A nurse? By her tone of voice, I can tell I've just said something ridiculous. Shouldn't it be obvious that from my appearance that I need medical attention? Not that I feel sick at the moment, just in general. Besides, we're in the hospital, aren't we? There should be a nurse around here somewhere. And it's more concerning if there isn't. This is St. Phil's, right? Angela usually works today. I guess. I don't know what time it is either. They took the clock out of my room. More and more I realize that nothing here is adding up. Woman sighs as I struggle to get my bearings. Listen, this isn't a hospital. You've died. Ah! Are you okay? You're not having a heart attack, are you? No, I was just really hoping you weren't going to say that. Ah, right, of course. What would it matter if I was having a heart attack now? I'm apparently dead. I mean, I assumed this much. I just didn't want to face it. How could I have died so unceremoniously? It must is just that I don't remember the gruesome details. I guess I should be thankful for that at least. Still, to die in my sleep at the ripe age of 22! It's not how I expected my life to come to an end. The doctors never told me I had however many weeks left to live. It feels so out of nowhere. Did I really die? I'm breathing right now. Out of necessity or habit. The woman clears her throat. I'm sorry, it took me some time to process my own death, too. You're also dead? I've been here for about 3 months now, give or take. I wonder how she died, but it's probably rude to ask a stranger something like that. It's not like I'd want to spill my life story either. So, what's your story, kid? She asked without hesitation. I'm not a kid, I'm 22. Really? But you look so young. Being hospitalized on my growth, I guess? Why are we talking about this? I died! Who cares what I look like? Oh, only 4 years younger than me. Finally someone I can relate to a little better. I think it's pretty far from the average 22-year-old's experience. It's hard to imagine I would be relatable to her in the slightest. What are you hospitalized for? It's not cancer, is it? She's so unbelievably rude. No, it's hard to explain. Was it terminal? I continue to be astounded by this woman's complete lack of tact. Can we talk about something else? Sorry, I'm just asking because I want to discern what your goal might be. My goal? I'm dead! Surely there's no reason left to pursue any kind of goals. To my surprise, she laughs. This might be some kind of afterlife, but that doesn't mean we should give up on living. My name is Scarlet, and I'm gonna get my second shot at life, even if it kills me. Moving words for someone who is already dead. What about you? Do you want to go back? Of course, I want to live. I'd rather not be dead, yeah? Good, that's what I like to hear. What's your name? It's Ashley. Ash for short. Alright, Ashley, walk with me. I'll tell you everything I know. She turned immediately with complete confidence that I would follow right after her. So I did. Scarlet walked at an easy pace, explaining the mechanics of this afterlife as if it were a speech she'd rehearsed and recited 20 times. Maybe she had. Clearly I wasn't the first dead person she'd welcomed here. It was surreal. Thinking about the situation I was in, but also how I had no trouble focusing on her explanation despite that. Usually I feel so lost in the fog, but my mind is completely clear right now. Is this how my brain would function if I were healthy? Not that it matters anymore. Based on Scarlet's explanation, I should consider this place to be purgatory. We die, but we can move on from here. It's unclear exactly where we would move on to. Apparently that's up to death. We were on our way to meet them now. So we don't get hungry. Right. Or thirsty. There's nothing to eat or drink here anyway. And we can't sleep. You know, I haven't actually tried. But after 3 full months with no sleep, I haven't had any sort of adverse health effects. Safe to say it's unnecessary. You know for sure it's been 3 months. Time is definitely passing. I've been using my watch to track the days. Because there's no sunrise or sunset. I slow my pace and Scarlet stops in front of me. There's a pitying look on her face. This days isn't so bad once you get used to it. I'm already tired of how bright it is. Scarlet laughs, but I wasn't joking. I may have been spared from my usual migraine, but the constant intensity of light was unnerving to me. If I had a choice of which hospital to spend purgatory in, I'd say St. Phil's was the better option. At least there, I had the changing seasons to look forward to. How would it get quieter after visiting hours were over? The chatty nurses telling me about their days as they changed my IV. Being in a hospital for so long, you learn to love the little things. The alternative is to just feel miserable all the time. I'm not miserable. I'm still alive. But I can't even say that anymore. Grip the pull of my IV stand a little tighter. I'm still too afraid to leave it behind. The last few wayward souls who came through here, they made it up pretty quick. Maybe you'll be able to bargain with death too. Then you will have to get used to this light. I'm not very good at bargaining. She laughs again and presses the button for the elevator. I'll help you. I'm good at debates. Thanks. The elevator doors opened to reveal a man stacking coins in the center of the floor. Don't come in! I blinked at the confusing sight, but Scarlet cut in without missing a beat. You're still at this. It's been 2 days! There's still a lot of the coins. Deadline's coming up pretty soon. Scarlet leaned her forearm against the elevator door to prevent it from closing. Well, can we get in? Taking Ashley here to meet death. Could you maybe catch the next one? No. Scarlet forced her way in, knocking over a stack of coins in the process. Why are you so pushy, Miss Scarlet? Because you're wasting your time! Come on, Ashley. She motioned for me to follow and I stepped into the elevator. I did my best to avoid the coins at my feet. It was an awkward ride. When we reached the basement, Scarlet went on ahead. The man moved to shield his coin stacks from her reckless stride, but it turned out to be unnecessary. Her intent seemed more focused on escorting me to wherever death was, I guess. To the side of the elevator door was another pile of coins. Upon closer inspection, they looked to be some type of play currency? At least, I'm not aware of any coins with a skull on them. Doubloons, maybe? Judging by the cartoony design, it seemed like something used for a board game rather than by pirates. Curious not particularly in any rush to meet death, I stopped to talk to the man. Why are you stacking coins, Mr. Celadon? And you're Ashley, right? I prefer Ash. Celadon picks up a small stack of coins and transports them to the larger pile beside the elevator. His process is methodical and efficient. I can tell he really has been at this for 2 days. It's my trial, so I can revive? He shuffles back into the elevator to pick up the next stack of coins. Trial? Scarlet, clearly tired of waiting, returns to my side. Death told him he had 3 days to bring coins from the top floor to the basement. If he reaches a certain amount, his soul will be released. They have to stay stacked like this. If a single coin faces tails up, it won't count. Sounds tedious. No, I don't mind. It's a good exercise. He goes back for the next round of coins. I'll leave him, Ashley. He's done hundreds of these trials. Death isn't going to let him pass this time either. As Scarlet walks away again, the elevator doors begin to close. Celadon stumbles from his place to block them. The sack of coins he's holding wobbles dangerously, but he quickly steadies them and continues his work as if nothing had happened. I feel sorry for him. Let's just follow Scarlet. Not wanting to be left behind, I back away from Celadon and leave him to his trial. Scarlet turns back to me, tapping her foot as I catch up. She's grinning. You know, the reason I volunteered to bargain with death for you is because I don't want to see you end up like Celadon. In other words, she took pity on me. I really wish I'd had a mentor when I first got here. Maybe things would have gone more smoothly. Thanks for your help, Miss Scarlet. You don't need to call me Miss, Ashley. We're equals here. It's funny. I don't feel like I'm being treated as an equal at all. Still, I can't help smiling back. If she wants to take me under her wing, that's a net positive for me, isn't it? Scarlet motions for me to follow again, and I obey. Best not to overthink it. I steel myself as she escorts me further down the hall, toward death. The room I found myself in now had walls lined with metal drawers. I know these drawers. They're for storing human bodies. You pull the drawer open, and the panel slides out with a corpse on it. I've seen it on TV. This is the basement of the hospital where they take patients who succumb to their illness or injuries. And Scarlet took me here. I'm really dead. I died! No matter how many times I say it in my head, it doesn't sink in. Still thinking and walking and talking. How can I really be dead? You're joking, right? She turns to me, genuine confusion in her eyes. The morgue? My voice cracks. I can't stay calm when faced with this. Is that how you see it? What's that supposed to mean? It's obviously the morgue! Are you okay, Ashley? No, I don't know. I'm in a morgue! The fear is so visceral, but my heart isn't beating faster at all. Is it still beating? When did it stop? It's not beating anymore, is it? Scarlet, I don't want to die. I don't want to be dead. I feel the same, which is why we need a bargain with death. I try to calm my breathing. She's right. This is what we came for. Sorry. Don't worry. It's a normal reaction. I feel like an idiot for freaking out. I was told a long time ago that I'd die young, but still, I always felt so far away. imagining myself being slid into one of these cold metal drawers to be forgotten by everyone I'd ever known. But everyone already forgot about me, didn't they? That's how I felt before. No visitors in over a year. Might as well not exist to them. It's more convenient if I don't exist. How will they feel when they hear the news? Relieved? I don't want to think about it. How did you die? That was a question point blank. She pried in my life before, so this is just a payback, I guess? I don't remember the specifics. Woke up here 3 months ago. Celadon was focused on his trials and Death refused to talk to me. There have been a few others, but they haven't stuck around long. I'm not sure how any of them got out or if they were able to revive at all. She talks quickly in another speech that feels rehearsed. She must have relayed the story a number of times by now. I've searched the building for clues, but the computers don't boot up and everything in the filing cabinets is completely blank. All I know is that Death is in charge and seems to have some control over who can leave via the trials. And bargaining with them might really be my only way out. There is a way out of here. You're sure we can bargain with them? Well, don't expect results right away. They don't like the recently living. Great! Guess I'll have to figure out a way to get on Death's good side. Where is Death anyway? Wouldn't they be lurking around in here? They usually are. Take a look around now that the shock of being in a morgue has worn off a little. On the opposite side of the room is a large pile of coins that have been meticulously stacked. Celadon's work, I guess. What's the point of this? A show of dedication? Repaying his sins, maybe? You'd have plenty of time to reflect on your life if you spent 2 whole days doing this. Maybe you'd be so focused that you don't think at all. Wondering these things to myself isn't gonna answer any questions. I'll turn to Scarlet. What else has Celadon had to do for his trials? Oh, I stopped caring. It's all meaningless anyway. Well, and as always. The trials are a waste of time, Ashley. Death always finds a way to claim you lost. You call me unfair? Behind us stood a hooded figure with an oversized scythe. This is definitely Death. You came out of nowhere! Don't do things like that. You're gonna give Ashley a heart attack. Not possible. Certainly feels possible. That really startled me. Just then, Celadon came stumbling into the room with a stack of coins in hand. Oh, everyone's here. We have business with Death. Could you try not to disturb us? My trial? There's not enough coins! It's insanity! Places a stack of coins in the pile and scurries out of the room. Have some self-respect! What's your business with me, Scarlet? I ask flatly, their sigh muffled by the skull mask covering their face. That is a mask, right? The gloves they're wearing look like the kind of worn for Halloween as a kid. Ashley wants to revive. You're gonna release her soul from this place. She speaks for me and I let her. There's no way I can talk like that to Death myself. Am I... Celadon sneaks back in the room with another sack of coins and quietly adds them to the pile. Yes, you are. Look at her. She's on an IV, for God's sake. So if she revives, she could die anyway. Gee, thanks for the reminder. That's beside the point. It seems relevant to me. Why should I bother? Because it may be a near-death experience is what she needed in order to be miraculously healed. She could go on to live a full life. That's kind of a weird argument to make. I'm certainly not expecting any miracles. She's young. Does she look like she belongs here? Celadon's coins clatter in the background. To me, she looks like someone who would rather rely on a stranger than face her problems herself. We're not strangers. We did just meet. Scarlet gently puts a hand on my shoulder. Let me do the talking, Ashley. Absent from the debate over my own soul, I retreat to the opposite side of the room. This isn't going well. Death probably thinks I'm pathetic now, like how Scarlet feels about Celadon. Pathetic little worm doing whatever they're told, relying on the strength of others, pitiable and weak. That's us. Glances at me, then hurriedly returns to stacking his coins. Before he can leave the room again, Death blocks his way. Time's up, Donnie. Donnie, that's kind of cute. Please stop calling me that. Only my mom calls me Donnie. Scarlet strides over to us, indignant. Excuse me, our conversation was not over. Schedule's full, babe. Come back with a better argument tomorrow. I'm busy. Just tell me fail and get it over with already. Please don't do that. I worked really hard. Excuse me? I'll turn to face me at once. I'm a little surprised they listen and massively uncomfortable with the attention. Are you really gonna check through every coin? Not just check them. There's a hint of smirk in her voice. I'm gonna flip them. Flip! And there's the catch. Every coin you brought, we're gonna play heads or tails. If any of them land on tails, you lose. I thought I just have to place them here face up. Flipping every single one. That's impossible. What are the odds of getting heads so many times in a row? 50-50 for each coin? That's not gonna happen. Isn't this game kind of rigged? There's no way to get heads every time. I told you it was a waste of time. Oh, my effort just made the odds even worse. Death flips the first coin. Heads. I pick up the next one. Ooh, heads again. They're definitely taking pleasure in this. Celadon cringes visibly at the sound of each coin being tossed. The third coin lands on heads, and then the fourth watches the results, unable to speak. It can't go on forever. In fact, it might be set up to make him start to think he has a chance, only for death to take that away. It's just a coin flip, but they managed to turn it into immense psychological torture. Bringing fewer coins would have given him better odds. But then would he fail for not meeting the minimum requirement? Let's see why Scarlet didn't bother to help him before. Death's trials are made to be unwinnable. The coin flips pause and Death turns to me. Hey Ashley, heads or tails? Tails. I wasn't asking you. Death wants me to call it. Tails. Like Scarlet said, I just want this to be over. It's too cruel. They flip the coin. Tails. You lose at Celadon. Come on. It's not fair. His voice wavers. I think he might cry, which is probably Death's aim with this. Crushing his spirit, giving him hope, only to snuff it right back out. What did it gain from toying with people like that? Celadon has done a lot of these, right? Can't stop myself from speaking up. This situation is too unfair. Yeah. So why can't you just release his soul already? He's tried pretty hard, right? He's got plenty of time. What do you mean? Death mounts her side like a witch on a broomstick. I barely know how to react. As my eyes follow them, I can only think of how the ceiling is higher up than I realized. They drift to a stop, then grasp a handle on one of the metal doors. Am I about to see a corpse? Have we been standing in a room lined with bodies? Why do the walls look infinitely tall, and how would I not notice that until now? Metal door swings open, a long drawer slides out. It's hard to tell from where I'm standing, but it seems to be lined with rows upon rows of hourglasses? His is in here. What are those? Countdown for every soul that comes here. Countdown? Why is this the first time I'm hearing of a countdown? You never asked. Ugh, like you'd have told me. This is how long you have left to live. Sand in a small hourglass pulses steadily down, a human life measured in grains of sand. Nice try. We're already dead. Not quite. Celadon stares at the ground, wringing his hands. What do you mean? Death descends again, Celadon's hourglass in hand. I want to see what happens when I turn this over. I say it in a teasing voice, like it's a game to them. This is someone's life. No? Celadon says what we must all be thinking. That's cool. Check it out. When Death flips the hourglass over, we all expect the sound inside the reverse direction. But it doesn't. It continues to fall upward, defying gravity. this is how long we have left to live? Meaning we are still alive? And maybe because we're still alive, we have a chance to revive. Scarlet said she'd been here for 3 months. How much time does she have left? How much time do I have left? Scarlet lets out an incredulous huff. So you're just going to torture him until his time runs out? Will you release him once it gets down to the wire, or let him die in the end? That's up to him. Unbelievable! We're still alive, even though this is the afterlife? Didn't Scarlet tell you? Wait, did I miss a line there? Oh, yes. I looked at Scarlet, but she's already stormed away. She taps her foot, facing away from us. This is the afterlife for souls who died a social death? Y'all end up here because you're miserable losers. Okay. So a lot of this is going to be repeat from the previous one, but we're running again. No skipping. Scarlet brought me back up to the floor where we first met. In her hands was an hourglass, one death had given to her when she asked for it. She eyes it suspiciously. Didn't she tell you? That's what Death said. Scarlet could have told me we aren't really dead. She's apparently known it all along. Why did she give me the wrong impression? She specifically told me that I died. It's not a lie by omission, it's just a straight up lie, isn't it? What else is she not telling me? Based on her reaction, I can tell she didn't know about the hourglasses. What about everything else she told me before? Was any of it true? I slow my pace. We need to talk about this. Hey, Scarlet? She finally looks up from her hourglass and directly into my eyes. You told me that we died, but according to Death, that isn't really true. You knew that it was a social death, didn't you? Why didn't you tell me sooner? Because I don't trust them. I don't trust anything Death says implicitly. Their trials, for instance, never once seen anyone pass them. But others made it out before, right? Maybe they passed their trials without you noticing? I'd be to confirm that. They just seem to disappear after a while. You think Death is lying to us? I know that I'm dead, Ashley. She suddenly seems very intense. I'm taken aback by the coldness in her voice. How are you so sure? Because I was murdered. Scarlet glances down the empty hallway, then steps into one of the rooms. Let's follow her. Come this far with Scarlet. I won't back down now. Scarlet stands at the other side of the room, gazing out the window into the endless void. Scarlet? You're really attached to me, aren't you? I thought we were working together, like a team or something. I get that you don't trust Death, but I at least thought I could trust you. Could you trust me? You're a good girl, Ashley. She sighs, letting go of the tension from before. I'm sorry for making you feel like I lied to you. Let's share information. Properly this time. Yeah, whatever helps us get out of here. Scarlet starts by showing me her hourglass. It's nearly full at the top, meaning she has plenty of time to revive, according to Death anyway. I wasn't given an hourglass, so there's no telling how much time I have. But if Scarlet's still doing just fine after 3 months, maybe I don't need to worry about it so soon? Knowing the deadline might only make me panic in the end, so we decided to forget about it for now. Scarlet folds her arms and leans back against the window. The other thing I should tell you is, this isn't a hospital. Yeah, it's the afterlife. You told me that already. What I mean is, that morgue we were in before? That's the mailroom. Mailroom? It isn't really a mailroom, of course. That's just what it looks like to me. It's different for everyone, like a dream. Your mind fills in the blanks using a place from your own memories. So it's like a memory. That's why the details are missing. So then, what is this place to you, Scarlet? To me, it's an office building, the one I used to work at. Scarlet goes into another one of her speeches, although this one feels far less rehearsed. Before she was killed, she was forced to quit her job. She doesn't say what that job was exactly, but there was some kind of scandal caused by her boss, and she was unknowingly complicit in it. All she did was shred some papers like she was told. That got her stalked by journalists, and there was all this public outrage. I'm almost surprised I hadn't heard of whatever this case was, but it's not like I watched the news. Scarlet delivers her story coldly, without a hint of emotion attached. She sounds tired of it all. I don't want to push her with more questions, but I don't get this at all. So then, if her boss was the bad guy here, why were they coming after you instead? God knows, Ashley, if I call it misogyny, they'll accuse me of dodging culpability. None of my friends wanted anything to do with me. They didn't want the trouble. Some of them even believed those articles. I was getting harassed on the street. I could barely leave my apartment. And social death, meaning all of our relationships were destroyed. What about your family? My mother passed away when I was young, and I haven't spoken to my father since I was a teenager. We never got along. I may as well not have a family, and maybe it's because better that way. They would have become targets because of me. So were you only in that situation because of your boss? Unfair, isn't it? I ignore the rumors about him. We even used to get along. As turns out, he's just another shitty, abusive white man in a long line of shitty, abusive white men. Hating him is easy. It's boring. On the other hand, I'm a traitor to my entire gender. I'm despicable. A traitor? What? That sounds so extreme. Because I'm the one who destroyed the evidence. It doesn't matter that I didn't know what was on those papers. Everyone believes I must have known. If I'd just taken the time to look through them, if I hadn't been so buried in work, I could have realized what they were. That bastard. I'm just the last in a line of women whose lives he's ruined. Scarlet sighs again, much heavier this time. It's still so painful to think about. You'd think after a few months away from it all, I could laugh about it. How could anyone laugh about any of that? It lets you getting killed, didn't it? Something like that. Huh? Her murder must have been related to this, right? I thought that's what she was telling me. Anyway, I'd rather not dwell on it. When I revive, I'll be starting completely over. Starting over, like a whole new life. That's the plan. There's no salvaging my old life. I'm dead. But maybe that doesn't have to mean the end of Scarlet, or maybe I can change my name to Rouge or something. Check. Names. Could be effective on this one, maybe? Alright, you should keep Scarlet. A pen in your name, that's too sad. You should keep it. I'd like to, but I don't think that's possible. I'd rather not let my old life haunt me. I like the name Scarlet. All that aside, let's stay focused on where we are now. Right, funny way to revive. I think our next step is to try to get more information out of the others. They're probably more willing to talk to you than me, so I think you'd better be the one to do it. Yeah, sure, yeah, makes sense. Scarlet needs my help. She's relying on me for this. Just make sure to take everything Des says with a grain of salt. Celadon too, honestly. That man is beyond help. I'll let you know what I find out. Thanks, Ashley. I promise we're gonna make it out of here together. Yeah, we can do it. As I leave the room, I couldn't help but feel giddy with pride. I'm gonna be useful to Scarlet. We're a real team now. I hurried down the hall toward the elevator, my IV bag swinging along behind me as I walked. When I reached the elevator, I pressed the button to close the doors behind me. Where should I go? Why did I think? We'll just go to the entrance. Celadon might be hanging around the first floor. Talking to him seems like a good place to start. I find Celadon in the lobby. He is turning his hourglass over in his hands, the sand still steadily flowing in one direction. I'm sure he's thinking about the trial. At least I would be if I had just wasted the past couple days going up and down an elevator carrying coins around for no reason. Now I know I made the right decision leaving him to it before. My help would have only made it worse. Celadon has been here the longest, aside from death, of course. Celadon? I need to learn more about his situation so I can report back to Scarlet. Hey, let's talk. Sure, Rash. Is something in particular you wanted to talk about? Everything that happened, I guess? Yeah. How are you feeling after all that? Probably a lot to take in, huh? Beth called us miserable losers. A little harsh, right? Yeah, I'm not really miserable, but they're right about me not having any friends. Well, I'll be your friend. Everyone needs a pal, after all. I'm struck by his warmth. He seems so genuine. Can I call you Donnie? Please, anything but that. Share a laugh and continue chatting. I tell him about myself. How most of my life has revolved around my illness, being hospitalized. How I hadn't had any visitors in over a year. That must have been what marked my social death. My family, everyone, I was dead to them. It hurts to think about, so I changed the subject. What was your life like? How long have you been here? You know, not really sure how long it's been. Scarlet's the only one with a watch. It doesn't get dark. The days must really blend together, huh? It's probably been a few years. You just have to find out. They don't like me very much. He sits in one of the chairs and I take the one beside him. My life before this was, I don't know. I ran my own business, I had a wife, I thought my family cared about me. But when the debt, no matter how much effort I put into my job, I just sunk deeper and deeper. I thought I was doing what I was supposed to do, working hard, hustling, you know? His breath grows unsteady. I don't know what to say, so I keep listening. When she handed me the divorce papers, I thought, great, now I can spend more time selling products. My whole family stopped talking to me. I don't know what I did wrong. Is there a... Oh yeah, there is a button to hide the dialogue. Those products help people, but my mom called it a scam. But it's not a scam, they're health supplements. I use them myself. If you have enough people in your downline, you can make thousands of dollars a week. You just have to keep recruiting. It's fun. You get to work from home and talk to people who never would have talked to before. It's kind of work you could even do from a hospital, but you might feel better if you take them yourself. Health supplements? The company is called You Thrive. Get it? Because it makes you thrive. His mood changed really suddenly. I've never really heard of this company, but it sounds important to him. Hush, when we get out here, I'll send you a sample kit. You can try it for yourself. That's okay. I shouldn't be taking supplements without my doctor's permission. That's what's great about You Thrive. It doesn't interfere with any medications. It just boosts your immune system along with many other benefits. This is getting weird. Why is he giving me a sales pitch of when we might be stuck in the afterlife forever? Celadon. I'm healthy, so it didn't make any sense that I died. And now he seems back to normal. So this social death thing, that must be it. Because no one talks to me anymore. They all blocked my numbers. Did he scare everyone off with how tense he is about his job? That's pretty sad. Well, at least we have each other, right? We're not friendless losers anymore? Celadon smells at me, then takes his hourglass from his pocket. Stares down at it with great sadness in his eyes. I don't have the heart to tell him Death's probably lying about the hourglass stuff. Not sure it'd make any difference. Years he spent here, doing Death's impossible trials. It must have taken its toll on him. Beneath this friendly exterior is a man on the verge of breaking. I pat his back, not knowing what else to do. If he was to revive, would he be able to make new friends? Would I? Well, at least I have Scarlet now. Hey, good luck on the next trial. I'm sure you'll pass one eventually. Celadon? Right, yeah. Slips his hourglass back in his pocket. Thank you. I'll do my best to pass the next trial. Good. I found a lot about Celadon's background. It doesn't seem like he remembers dying, but possibly could have passed in his sleep, like probably happened to me. Scarlet could be right about the hourglass stuff being made up. I never even got mine. I guess I could go see about that next. Saying goodbye to Celadon, I step into the elevator and make my way to the basement. Time to speak to Death. When the elevator doors open, Death's scythe drops in through the small gap like a guillotine. The blade sticks in the floor, so a couple inches deep. It takes me a moment to register what happened. Thank God it wasn't standing right there! Once the door is fully open, they jostle the handle and swing their weapon back over their shoulders casually. I've been expecting you. To kill me? No, I wanna hang out. You're not gonna swing your scythe at me anymore, right? Don't be such a baby. Follow me. You have a choice! Death brings me back to the morgue, but the atmosphere has completely changed. Is this a different room? It's my room? How did that get out so fast? The place looks extremely lived in, from the half-eaten bags of snacks on the floor to the controllers scattered near the beanbag chair. Magic! Don't worry about it. Right, I should know better than to ask, considering I've also seen them fly. The big screen TV catches my attention. There's a tantalizing lineup of all the latest game consoles below it. Are we playing video games or something? I'm getting a little excited now. The only games I had in the hospital were on my favorite childhood handheld. Death strides over to the controllers on the floor and picks one of them up. We're gonna play GTA 5. GTA? Glorious Devil's Avarice. How have you not heard of that? Well, the kids down the street I grew up on had one of those games. I watched them play it. The Sintown one, I think? Yeah, it's the old one. 5's cooler. It's got way better graphics. How do you play? It's single player. You just watch. Wow, what fun. How long am I stuck here hanging out with them? Death turns the console on and boots up the game. The graphics really are better than Sintown's. In GTA, you play as a devil girl named Lucy. She's like if Lucifer were a sexy lady. It's a raunchy game that appeals to edgy preteens and middle schoolers. In the case of my childhood friends, their parents didn't seem to understand the rating system and bought it out of ignorance. There's a main story mode, but I think most people play the game for the sandbox aspect. You can pick up guns and steal cars and kill people. It takes place in hell, so I guess you're killing other sinners? I don't think it's the kind of game with deep lore attached to it. Death loads the save and shows me their character. Lucy's dressed in cargo pants and a bikini top with a huge rifle on their back. She looks absolutely ridiculous, but the over-the-top aesthetic of the game is kind of the selling point. Check this out, they say, equipping a huge rocket launcher. They fire at a gas station and walk toward the camera in slow motion for dramatic effect. The explosions in this game are so realistic. Actually, I've never seen an explosion in real life, so maybe they're not? They look more real than the ones from the previous game anyway. Comment how cool it was while Death cackles away, stealing a fast-looking car and invading Hell's police force. We're having a great time. Wait, what's even happening here? I need to get information for Scarlet. Hey, Death, can you pause? Why? Because it's hard to have a conversation over all the gunfire and explosions. Then yell! I'd rather not. Ugh, boring. Death pauses the game and leans towards me. So you're like, Scarlet's a lackey now, or whatever. Scarlet's my friend! Saying it out loud makes me feel good inside. It's nice to have a friend, even if we're in the afterlife. I need water. Damn, well, guess it's too late for you then. Too late? For what? You don't care about GTA, and you're happy being someone's puppet. We'll never get along. I'm not a puppet. Why'd you come here, Ash? You dragged me here! You came down the elevator to talk to me, right? You never gave me my hourglass. You don't have one. I don't? I'm unpausing now. Death resumes her grand escape from Hell's police force, driving down a blood-soaked highway as helicopters riddle Lucy's car with bullets. I don't have an hourglass. What does that mean? I guess if it was something they made up just to put pressure on Scarlet and Celadon, it makes sense that they wouldn't care to give me one. Maybe Scarlet's right then. That's just playing games with us to keep us from reviving. I gotta tell Scarlet about this. Trusting whatever Death says is definitely a mistake. I knew it! Scarlet paces back and forth across the room. So hourglasses are a distraction, just like the bogus trials. We can't trust anything Death says. Who knows if they have the power to revive any of us at all? That was probably a lie, too. But they can fly and stuff. They definitely have some powers. Right, and you said they changed a room with magic? But we already know the appearance of this building is based on illusions. Are they really Death? Like the literal actual Grim Reaper? I thought so, but I'm beginning to doubt that too. They're wearing a Halloween costume, for God's sake. They're supposed to be our only way out of here, unless even the possibility of reviving was a lie. Well, it doesn't do us any good to believe that. Let's think about the things we know for sure. I'm not sure I know anything for sure. I don't even know if I'm really dead. Well, I know I am, so we can start there at least. Everyone who's been able to leave this place so far, that was because they passed their trials. I didn't actually see anyone pass anything. I only heard about it from Celadon after the fact. Right, and he believes in the trials a little too much. I watched him fail again and again the entire time I've been here. He won't stop, no matter how many times Death humiliates him. And now you tell me he was in an MLM? Seems like he's as gullible as they get. Wait, what's an MLM? A multi-level marketing scheme. It's a business model that preys on desperate people, wreaking havoc on their finances while the owner of the company. TV in a corner room suddenly switches on. The screen is bright white. And testing. 1, 2, 3. Calling all losers. 1,000 for Austria. Come downstairs to get started. TV switches off as abruptly as it turned on. Scarlet and I exchange looks. Should we? They'll come to us if we don't go to them. Might as well get it over with. When Scarlet and I reach the morgue, Celadon and Death are already there waiting for us. I glance at Celadon, but he looks away. I wonder if he's nervous about the trial. Now that we've assembled, Death taps her scythe on the floor and makes their announcement. Scarlet, it's time for your next trial. Pass. She says it so quickly, Death barely even had time to finish the sentence. Mash then. It turned to me. I could feel myself starting to sweat. I made you something special. It's a video game. A game? Like GTA or something? No, I can't 3D model this shit. I made you a card game. They pull out a small handheld and offer it to me. It's a retro model similar to the one I got in elementary school. This is a Pain Boy. The card's already in there, so turn it on and try it out. If you beat my game, you'll get to revive. The feeling Death assigned something extremely difficult, maybe even impossible. Refuse to play the game. You probably made it so I can't win, so I'll pass. Ah, the girl, Ashley. That's beatable. I didn't respect you if you won. Like, major respect? No, it's a waste of time. That's okay. I don't want to. Not a good time to with video games. Whatever, noob. That shoves the Pain Boy back in her pockets and turns away from me in a huff. It's time for your next trial, Donnie. He stiffened in preparation. I couldn't help but feel nervous for him, too. Okay. What do you need me to do this time? Not much. Death ascends high over our heads, just like they did before. They open a different door this time. When they pull out the table, it appears to be empty. This game is simple. They send back down towards us with a hint of darkness in their voice. It's called Say When. Before I know it, my feet leave the ground. I barely have time to register what's going on before my body hits cold metal. My IV bag hits my chest and I scramble to catch it. When did it get taken off its hook? Slam! Darkness. The blinding white I had only just gotten used to was replaced with an oppressive black that turned my confusion into abject fear. I'm stunned, terrified to move an inch. All I can do is breathe while my mind searches for an explanation. Ashley! Scarlet's voice gets through to me. It's coming from somewhere below me, muffled slightly. What are you doing? Let her out. I'm inside of something. I tentatively reach one hand out into the darkness in front of my face. It's flat, smooth, and cold. Metal, with the surface I was thrown into. I reach the same hand to the side, more panic this time. Clang. My worst fears are realized. I've been shoved inside one of the drawers in the wall, a metal drawer meant for dead bodies. Please, I don't want to be in here. Please, someone! Words come out as a whimper. I'm not sure anyone can even hear them. What is this button, right? Yeah. It's up to you to save her, Donnie. I'll let her out if you ask. Death's voice is taunting, like a playground bully. The sound of someone who isn't really going to do what they're offering. But free her too soon and you lose the trial. Celadon! Call in panic desperation. He has let me out. He has to. Celadon, are you kidding me? It's not like she'll die in there. Unbelievable. You're scum. You know that? You let a poor, disabled girl suffer over trial. You're just gonna fail anyway? Ash, are you okay? Am I okay? Would anyone be in this situation? No, I'm scared. I don't like this. Please let me out. I beg him, trying to speak as firmly and clearly as I can to make sure there's no misunderstanding. I want out immediately. But you're not hurt or anything, right? I'm about to hurt you, jerk! I'm grateful for Scarlet's anger, but also not sure they'll convince him. Celadon, please! Please, just let me out. This is probably the easiest trial I'll ever give you. All you have to do is nothing. We're all on a time limit, Celadon. You are literally sacrificing your life to save your own ass right now. But I could actually win this time. Could you live with yourself if you did? Well, I'd be alive again. Hear a quick thud and a small ow from Celadon. Did she punch him? Hey, no violence. Hang on, Ashley. I'll free you myself. More clanging metal and shuffling sounds. I can't tell what's going on at all, but the distraction is welcome. Even make it up there, the drawer's locked. Scarlet's heels hit the floor and she grunts in frustration. Are you seriously fine with having her death on your shoulders? No. Then let her out! I'm fine, okay? Please let her out, Death. The locker opens. I'm free. Not for Scarlet. How long would I have been trapped in that darkness? Would Celadon have waited until just before his hourglass ran out? I shiver at the thought. He believes the lies about the trials and the hourglasses. If he's really been here for years, and he's about halfway through his countdown. God, was he seriously willing to leave me in there as long as he could? He didn't listen to me even when I begged him. And Death was the one who tossed me in there, even if they're helping me down now. These trials, now I understand. They're meant to maximize people's suffering. Scarlet is the only one to see through it all. She's the only one I can trust. I hang my IV bag back on its stand. My hands tremble with anxiety. Maybe just the residual fear of being locked up like that. Let's go, Ashley. Yeah. She takes me by the hand and we head out the door and towards the stairwell. I can't even look at the others. Once the door closes, Scarlet turns to me. She gives me my hand a gentle, reassuring squeeze. Are you okay? I'm sorry they did that to you. I feel better now. Thanks for saving me. I really owe you one. No problem. That's what friends are for. Friends. I'm so happy that Scarlet considers me a friend. Us girls gotta stick together. Men will always end up using you, even the supposed nice guys like Celadon. Words give me pause. Something feels wrong about them. Like, is this true that Celadon was using me? We don't trust anyone, and we don't play by the rules. That's the only way to come out on top. The only way, huh? What's wrong, Ashley? You sure you're okay? No, I mean, you're right. Going through along with the trials just makes you do awful things. If we weren't there to stop him, Celadon would have made me cough. Because of lack of water. Turns out talking for an hour straight is a lot. It's hard for me to get the words out, thinking of being trapped in that dark place with no one coming to save me. He didn't care what happened to me, did he? No, he didn't, but I do. Scarlet looks me in the eye, and I feel all my anxiety drift away. We're in this together, Ashley. Let's think about what we can do next. She leads me upstairs, my heart filled with a sense of purpose. I'm so grateful Scarlet is here to protect me. We start from the top floor, exploring the halls and chatting along the way. Actually, it's more strategizing than chatting. Scarlet is going over everything we know for certain, hoping we can get a clearer picture of what this afterlife really is. Our conclusions so far are: 1, we definitely aren't in the real world. It'd be impossible to go this long without food, water, or rest if we were. 2, the building's details are different to each observer. It seems to draw from the memory of each individual, as far as Scarlet can tell from what others have described to her. 3, Scarlet ended up here after being murdered. This is the main evidence we have that this hourglass theory is just something they pulled out of their ass, as Scarlet put it. Thinking about it, what she went through, the scandal, being disowned by everyone around her, that still counts as a social death, doesn't it? I still wonder if her physical death is a sure thing. I don't think I can bring it up to her now, though. She was pretty upset when I doubted her before. I'd better just trust her judgment. I don't want to make her retell the story of her murder anyway. It sounds like it'd be pretty traumatic. We come to a stop at the end of the hallway. Scarlet leans back against the wall. The only place I haven't been able to investigate very thoroughly is the basement. Why the basement? Ben spends most of their time there. Whenever I try to poke around, they harass me until I give up and leave. Do you think they're hiding something from us down there? I'm not sure, but I do get the feeling they're not as all-powerful as they seem. Even though they can fly? Yes, that's another thing we know for certain. Beth seems to have a few special abilities that we don't. Did not mean to hit that button. Ah! There we go. Scarlet paces back toward me, staring at the tiles on the floor as she walks. With how often I've seen them flying around here on that side, it's unlikely there are invisible wires involved. You never know. One time I played a game where the plot twist was that there were all these mechanical structures made of special material the characters couldn't see. What? That sounds like a cheap twist. Yeah, I was just thinking, since this place is like an illusion, could be something like that? If it is, we're screwed. Scarlet groans in frustration, lightly kicking the wall with the side of her foot. This is impossible! If the whole building is an illusion, can we even trust anything we find here? Poor Scarlet. She's been here for months trying to figure things out all on her own. Someone who only just got here, I doubt I can really do much to help. Feeling hopeless, I take a seat on one of the spare beds in the hallway. Oh hey, a new picture. Oh, what are you doing? I'm resting. Wanna join me? Ashley, we can't rest here. Sure we can. Here, lie down on that gurney. The table, sweetheart. Whatever, just lay with me. Why? I was gonna try to take a nap. Maybe you should too? How is taking a nap going to help us? I always take a nap when I don't know what else to do. Or if I'm trying to avoid something, I guess. Anyway, it'll help clear our minds. Come on. Yay. Despite her protests, Scarlet gets comfortable on the bed next to mine. I see. So it's like meditation? I'm generally trying to sleep here. I really don't think that's possible. You said you hadn't tried. I hadn't. I can hear the smile in Scarlet's voice, even without looking at her. It makes me feel warm inside. It's so nice having a female friend around. Huh? At work, well, my former workplace, all the people handing out promotions were men. Spent so much time trying to curry favor with them, I never really got the chance to know my female coworkers. That's why I'm happy to get to spend time with a girl like you, Ashley, even under these circumstances. Yeah, girl power. Yeah, just like a pair of girl bosses here. Damn straight we are. 2 girl bosses who are going to revive and go on to lead brand new girl boss lives. Sounds nice, doesn't it? Not really. I'd rather just be a regular person. I don't know. Never related to femininity. I've never related to femininity even once in my entire life. I'm not sure how to explain that to her. I guess I could start with something that's been bothering me. Hey, Scarlet. Yeah? Could you maybe call me Ash instead of Ashley? What's that? You're mumbling. Nothing. Never mind. Can't do it. It's way too late to bring up something like that now. Scarlet sits up, peering down at me from over the plastic bed frames between us. Are you getting sleepy? No, don't really feel tired at all. See, that's why I never bothered to do this before. It's so weird. I feel like I spent my whole life being tired, and now I'm in this place with different rules. Different rules. Yes. Maybe we're thinking too heavily in terms of the real world. Why should the laws of physics exist in the afterlife? Our bodies don't even need fuel to survive. Scarlet's body begins rising off the bed. What if anything is possible here? As long as you imagine it. Scarlet, how are you doing that? I get it now. Actually, I've solved it. None of this is real. It's only our preconceptions holding us back. Scarlet drifts around the hall effortlessly, flying about exactly as I'd seen Death do. This must be something any of us can do. Come on, try it. Okay. I used to imagine my body rising out the bed like Scarlet's, but I feel as heavy as ever. It's just like lucid dreaming. Why didn't I figure that out sooner? Dreaming, huh? I did think this might be a dream when I woke up here, but I've never flown in my dreams before. Yeah, so there's no way I can imagine this body of mine being so agile and weightless. My shoulders slump in defeat. I can't do it, Scarlet. That's alright. We won't be trapped here for much longer. Now that Death and I are evenly matched, I'm gonna confront them. Scarlet giggles as she dashes to the other side of the hall, shooting through the air like a falcon. I scramble to my feet, lugging my IV stand along with me. I can barely manage a jog. Scarlet pulls me into the elevator with her, and we arrive at the basement floor in no time. What does she mean by confront Death? Evenly matched? They aren't gonna fight, are they? I'm gonna revive. Maybe best to do that peacefully. Scarlet probably feels the same, right? She's like a battle of wits kind of lady. Everything's happening too fast. Are we really gonna be able to escape this place soon? I'm worried it won't be that simple. As we enter the morgue, a glint of metal passes over Scarlet's head. Before I know it, she's throwing herself out of the way, and Death is picking their scythe out of the floor where she once stood. I knew you were coming for me. I've got eyes and ears all over this place. That's fine. I'm used to being surveilled. Scarlet shrugs it off with this confident laugh. How can she be so calm about this? Death seems surprised too. When Scarlet takes a step forward, they take 2 steps back. We're afraid I came here to hurt you. Death keeps her scythe raised, letting out a small growl in response. Scarlet takes another step toward them. I just came to talk. There's no need for violence. Back off. Death swings at Scarlet, but then she dodges again. Please don't bite. I'm so scared they'll hurt each other. Can we get hurt in the afterlife? Can we bleed? Death, you're scaring Ashley. Put the scythe down so we can talk like grown-up. Screw off. I've been through this shit before. Y'all get so cocky once you realize you can fly. Beth circles Scarlet, taking slow, cautious steps. They're moving toward me. Toward the door. You've been lying to us, Death, keeping us busy with your silly games. You know the way out of here, don't you? You've kept it to yourself, all because you just love toying with others too much. Am I wrong? There's a smile on her face and sweetness in her voice, but something about it sounds so dangerous. Death swings her scythe again, but Scarlet doesn't move this time. I'm Scarlet! I opened my eyes. I expected to see something horrible. Instead, I saw the blade of the scythe pressed against Scarlet's skin. Despite the impact, she hadn't budged an inch. Shit! Death drops the scythe, scrambling toward me like a scared animal. Scarlet grabs him by the hood, yanking them back. Then throwing them across the room, they slam against the wall, hitting the metal drawers with an upsetting sound. Aha. Tell us how to revive! She's raised her voice now. The sweetness is completely gone from it. I don't know. I don't know how it works. Her mask is askew. Scarlet, unbothered by the desperation in the voice, strides over to them. You're Death, aren't you? Tell us. She digs a heel into their stomach. Ew! Scarlet, stop. Shut up! Tell us before I really hurt you. The elevator. Scarlet takes a bit of pressure off, still careful to keep Death pinned to the wall. The elevator's the way out. It takes people and they don't come back. I seriously don't know how it works. I just know that they've left through the elevator. Get a better look. Scarlet lifts her foot and Death rolls over, coughing. They scramble away from us. There, wasn't so hard. She turns and steps towards the door, motioning for me to follow. Follow Scarlet. Turn away from Death, too afraid to say anything, then obediently follow after Scarlet. Scarlet is silent until we reach the elevator. We can escape from here. Yeah. For what she did to Death, I'm a little afraid of her, but saying that now won't do us any good. Come on, Ashley. I thought you'd be a little happier about this. I guess so. Everything's just happening so fast. You don't have to worry about anything. I'll take the lead. You don't have to worry. That's what I like about Scarlet. When I'm with her, I don't have to decide these things for myself. We step into the elevator together. This is the way out. Next question is, how exactly do we escape from here? Is there a hidden compartment? We're not supposed to climb up the elevator shaft, are we? Scarlet could fly, but there's no way I could manage it on my own. Unless she carried me? It was a little silly. I'm not about to ask her to do that. Study the walls, ceiling, and floor of the elevator, but aren't able to find any secret panels or switches. Just the same set of buttons that take you to the same set of floors. Same as every other time we've used the elevator. Death doesn't want to know how this escape route works. How are we supposed to figure it out? Maybe you have to press the buttons in a certain order. Yeah. I vaguely remember playing a game with that kind of puzzle. Let's try the top floor first. We press every button, stopping at each floor along the way. The doors open and close. But nothing special happens. Before long, we end up back on the basement level. Hey, jerks! Death calls out to us from a safe distance across the hall. Oh, there's something I forgot to tell you. What is it? I ask politely before Scarlet can snap back at them. The elevator exit only works for people who have redeemed themselves. You can't leave if you're a bad person. Scarlet stomps one foot forward as if she's going to give chase, but causing Death to bolt towards the stairwell. Once they're gone, she sighs, relaxing her stance. They're making shit up again. Let's keep trying. Okay, Scarlet. I nod passively, unsure of what else I can do in this situation. It's been a long time exhausting every idea we can think of to crack the elevator's code. Try as we might, no combination of buttons leads us to a way out. Scarlet kicks the wall hard, letting out a grunt of frustration. The elevator sways lightly on impact. This hunk of metal thinks it's a judge of my moral character, huh? Death was lying about that. They must be! Do we even know that this elevator is truly the way out of here? They could have been lying about that too. Wait, it sounds sincere to me. It could all just be a waste of time. They're watching us, laughing at us. What fools we are, huh? Scarlet? She bangs her fist against the wall, causing the elevator to sway again. Choking back a sob, she collapses to the floor, looking more hollow and fragile than ever. More pictures. What if it's true? That this is hell and I'll never be able to leave because I'm a horrible person? Whether death was lying or not doesn't seem to matter to her anymore. The idea of it clearly struck a nerve. What if I belong here? What if I deserve everything that's happened to me? Hey, let's take a break, okay? All my life, I've tried so hard to prove I'm a good person. I want to help marginalized people, the ones left behind by society. Like you, Ashley. She isn't listening to me. We're treated poorly just for being women. You've got it even worse, being disabled. It isn't fair. Anything we do is scrutinized to hell and back. Meanwhile, men get away with anything they want. Is this even about the elevator anymore? I'm a good person. I'm not racist. I support LGBTQ rights. I give to charity for God's sake. Okay. The way she's talking about these things is so... And yet, the drop of a hat, everyone was ready to think of me as some villain. It isn't fair. She crumples into a ball on the floor. Gently, I put a hand on her shoulder. Scarlet. She looks up at me. Finally, she's looking at me. Please don't take this the wrong way, but she needs to hear this. Are you doing all these things to make yourself look good? Because you genuinely care about people. What? You say you want to help people like me, but you don't really listen to me. It's true that you've done a lot to help me, and I'm grateful for that, but I feel more like an accessory than a person, than a friend. Like, when have you ever asked me about me and my life, aside from my illness? Do you even know anything about me? You like video games? Everyone likes video games, Scarlet. What I'm trying to say is, it feels like these things you say you believe in, you're only using to prove yourself a good person. You doubt me too, Ashley? I know your heart is in the right place. If you just listen to me. Scarlet sways a little as being blown back by the wind. You think I'm a bad person? I didn't say that. I never should have trusted you. She steps out of the elevator. I hurry after Scarlet, but she doesn't go far. Just a couple of steps before turning back toward me. You know what, Ashley? I think you're right about me. I don't really care about others. I just like feeling superior to them. I want to be powerful and respected. I want my life to be easy. I'm jealous of people who are given everything because I want to be in their position. That's what makes me a bad person. That's why I died. That's not true. Why are you saying all these things? I may as well embrace this afterlife, since I'll never be able to leave. Wait, Scarlet. Scarlet is dead. I'll be Rouge. Yes, Rouge, the angel of death. Has a nice ring to it, don't you think? Flash of light, her appearance changes completely. Into a being that could be called nothing other than an angel of death. Ashley, what happened to you? I'm certain the elevator will work for you. You haven't done anything wrong. You're a good person. I'm sorry that Scarlet held you back before. You don't have to worry about her anymore. What do you mean? You weren't holding me back. We can still go on and revive. I'm going to help every last soul that comes through here. I'll show them the way out. This will be my repentance. The angel who calls herself Rouge disappears through the ceiling. I can't follow her anymore. What do I do now? Stand there in the empty hallway at a complete loss. I did this to her. She changed this because of what I said. We're supposed to revive together. The elevator. Wonder, if I really am a good person after all that. I step back into the elevator and check the panel of buttons by the door. To my surprise, there's a new one. A circle is printed on its surface. Is that really it? We are gonna find the others. No, I can't just leave everyone behind. Need help. Scarlet abandoned herself because of what I said. Look for Celadon first. Maybe he'll be able to restore her hope. I walk out of the elevator and into the lobby. It doesn't take me long to spot Celadon. He's staring absent-mindedly out of a large window near the entrance. When I call out to him, he's surprised to see me. I quickly catch him up on the situation, telling him how Scarlet had attained special powers, attack death, became the angel of death, Rouge. It occurs to me as I explain it all how unbelievable this story is. But he doesn't question me for a second. He listens intently as I go over the details. I can't bring myself to tell him about the elevator, though. Much to my relief, he seems more concerned about Rouge than questioning me about this escape route. When I finish my story, Celadon scratches his chin, considering what to say. Hush, I've been reflecting over what happened in the last trial. I want to make it up to you. Huh? Oh, I mean, yeah. It's okay. That trial is the last thing on my mind right now. What's important is helping Scarlet get back to her former self. I'm serious. I didn't consider how you felt. I was only thinking about myself. I have plenty of time left in my hourglass. I just have to keep working hard. Speaking of time, is your IV bag gonna be okay? How's the fluid's getting pretty low? Huh? That's right. Why hadn't I noticed sooner? Let's not worry about that right now. It's just a distraction. Maybe I can imagine it's full and it'll fill back up, like how Scarlet was able to fly and change into Rouge. Are you sure? You gotta help yourself before you can help others, they always say. I still got a while. We can just focus on getting Scarlet back to normal. Right. If he found a way out, why shouldn't we all leave together? Is Death really going to allow that? We haven't won any trials. Do whatever you want. To our surprise, Death walks up behind us. They're moving toward the entrance. There's only room for one Death around here, so I'm out. Huh? Wait, you're really leaving? Yep. I'd say it was nice knowing you, but it was whatever. Bye. Celadon and I watch in stunned silence as Death walks out the front door and into the blank white void. They can't just do that, can they? I feel bad for them. You do? Celadon hadn't seen what happened. How Scarlet pinned them down and yelled at them before. After asserting her superiority like that, it's no wonder Death feels like there's no place for them here. I find it a little hard to have sympathy for them after all the trials they put me through. Yeah, I know they've been pretty awful to you. I was just thinking. This is supposed to be Death's domain, right? It's like Rouge is kicking them out of their home. Oh, yeah. Put it that way, it is a little sad. I need to set things right. Will you come with me to talk to her? She might listen to you. I actually doubt that she will, but I'll do what I can. As soon as we enter the elevator, I check for the mysterious circle button I saw before. But it's gone. Does that mean Celadon's a bad person? So, what floor, Ash? No, he apologized to me. I can't start thinking of it like that. Besides, Scarlet's not a bad person either. There has to be some other explanation for how this thing works. I think probably the top floor? I'm not sure exactly. Press the button and try not to worry about what this all could mean. After searching the upper floors, we were unable to find Rouge anywhere. Definitely saw her face through the ceiling. I imagine she must be somewhere above us. She must be above us somewhere. Celadon suggests checking the rooftop, and I follow him to the stairwell. When we reach the top, he opens the door. Rouge is there waiting for us. Her dress billows lightly, even in the absence of wind. Ashley, you're still here! I didn't want to leave you guys behind. Oh, including Celadon. Yeah. How ironic that your goodwill would be the very thing keeping you tied to this place. Celadon steps forward to speak. Miss Rouge, death is gone now, so there aren't any more trials. Yes, I saw them go. Good for you, Celadon. You don't have to spend your remaining years humiliating yourself. Remaining years. Right, I guess you're in charge now. Ash said you want to lead souls to their revival? That's right. Every soul except for your own. Yes, because every soul except for your own. Yes, because my own soul isn't worth saving. We're here to save it. Yeah, come back to us, Miss Scarlet. Rouge drifts away from us further into the sky. I see what you're doing, Ashley. You brought Celadon here as the very first soul for me to save. It's a tough case, but I accept it. You're the one we're trying to save. Please listen to me. You'd rather stay here as my disciple, showing a light to lost souls through me. Because if you told him the way out yourself, he would leave you behind without a second thought. Celadon fidgets beside me. Would he really have left? Hey Ash, what is this way out exactly? We're all gonna leave together, I promise! Rouge drifts through the air back towards Celadon. Celadon, what was doing with these trials they gave you? May not have been senseless torture after all. It wasn't? Sure felt like it sometimes. They may have been trying to reform you, to mold you into a person capable of leaving this place. That was the true purpose of the trials. No, I disagree with their methods. Is that right? Was that really Death's goal all along? Those trials were a failure because their function was incomprehensible. My strategy is much more straightforward. What strategy is that? Prove to me that you're a good person. Huh? Tell me why you deserve to revive. Go on now. Celadon stands there speechless, desperately searching for any evidence to give her. I can't do that. My ex-wife, she knew better than anyone. I'm not a good person. That's why she left. The man collapses to his knees, sobbing. Chartreuse! I need to tell her I'm sorry. Sorry for everything. What kind of man was I deceived her again. Just one more time. That's the only reason I want to revive. Please give me a chance. The elevator doesn't work for bad people, Celadon. It only works for good people. The elevator? Yes, that's what the previous death told me. That you can find a way out through there. So as long as you're a good person. None of us are good people, though. That's why we're stuck here. Despite her harsh words, Celadon's eyes shimmer with hope. The elevator. Behind us, the exit reveals itself. The elevator doors definitely weren't there before. He rises slowly, then walks towards them. Celadon? I move to follow him, but Rouge stops me. Let's see if it accepts him. Celadon enters the elevator and the doors close behind him. Moments later, the doors open once more. It's empty. He's really gone. That's impossible! Bruce glides over to the elevator, then sinks through the floor in search of the missing man. The button wasn't there for him before. That means he must have redeemed himself during our conversation. If there's hope for Celadon, there's definitely hope for Scarlet. I just hope Rouge can see that. I decided to take the elevator down to the entrance to wait for her. When I walk out into the lobby, Rouge is already there. He's gone! He's really gone! Why did they accept him? Because he's better than me? Him? Because he will leave, and you will be too. No, I'm worse than Celadon? Celadon, who was ready to leave you to die? I'm a good person! I'm a good person! I'm not some villain. Please, won't someone believe me? It's not too late. Huh? I'm worried about death, so I'm gonna go search for them now. Out there? Yeah. out there. Ashley, you can't! It's Ash. Please, Scarlet. Call me Ash. Ash! I want to bring Death back here, so I'll be back when I find them. Ash! Don't leave me here alone! Ash! The door's closed behind me. I hope this will be enough to convince her. I walk for a while, straight out from the entrance toward the horizon. This place is so surreal. It feels like walking on glass. What'll happen to me if I don't run into Death out here? I'm afraid to consider it. Well, whatever happens, at least it'd be better than staying as Rouge's so-called disciple. Just then, a shadow passes over the ground at my feet. A shadow. Rouge touches down, her wings somehow glowing against the bright white void. Ash, let me help. It's my fault they left, so I'll take it from here. I can see further from the air. Scarlet, thank you. She nods, then lifts off again. Go back inside. Wait for us in the lobby, okay? Good luck. She flashes a smile before speeding off into the horizon. She's so cool. I hummed to myself, making my way back to the hospital. The automatic doors open for me, and I step into the empty lobby. It's odd. I almost feel refreshed coming back through these doors. Is it relief that I don't have to keep walking? I'm not even tired. My body just seems to work here in the afterlife. I won't be here for much longer. We won't be stuck here anymore. By bringing back Death, Scarlet will have proven she's a good person. Is it really what it comes down to? How do you weigh whether a person's good or bad anyway? Is there some higher being deciding that for us? Well, there's no way for me to know the answer to that. No use worrying about it, I guess. After some time, Scarlet and Death come through the front door. Death! I'm so glad she found you! Whatever. Yeah, you're welcome! Sheesh. Welcome back, Scarlet. You have way too much faith in me. That's what friends are for, right? Shut up. So are we gonna try the elevator again or not? I don't know where Death was standing, but they've walked off toward the stairwell. The door closes behind them before I can say anything. I guess they're heading back to the basement. As long as they're comfortable in this home of theirs, that's what counts. Okay, Scarlet, let's revive together. We'll see about that. I step back into the elevator and check the panel by the door. That circle button is back again. Come on in. I can't. What if it still thinks I'm a bad person? It won't. But what if it does? Then I know how to make it think you're a good person. Promise to come visit me in the hospital once we revive. Sure. Okay. Scarlet steps into the elevator with her eyes shut tightly. Well, button's still there. That's it? We can revive now. Just have to press it, I think. Wait. What now? Which hospital did you say you were staying in? I want to make sure I can find you. St. Fellows? Okay, St. Fellows. I know where that is. Press the button, Ash. Let her do the honors. No, you go ahead. You've got seniority and all. Fine, I'll press it then. It's rising. That'd be funny if it just took us back up to the roof. No, it wouldn't! I'd seriously never recover. I was just kidding. Well, I'm not laughing. She says it with a smile on her face. I'm gonna miss being with Scarlet. Ah, wait, I'll miss her? We'll see each other again, won't we? She promised. Why am I so scared about all of a sudden? You'll really come visit me? Of course, Ash. It's not like I'd expect you to come and visit me. Alright. We're silent for a moment. My vision blurs, and when I refocus, the floor beneath my feet has changed. Instead of an elevator, we're standing in a field of dandelions. Hey, there's something I should tell you. Is she seeing this too? What is it, Scarlet? When I said I was murdered, it's certainly how I feel about what happened, but it isn't the whole truth. Huh? Scarlet takes a deep breath and exhales slowly, shakily. I tried to kill myself. I'm sorry. I couldn't bring myself to say it before. I should have just been more honest. No, it's okay. Sorry you went through that. Scarlet cries silently beside me. I don't know what to say. Everyone in my life was telling me I was the horrible, evil person, and so I started to believe them. Maybe I really had done something unforgivable. Maybe I didn't deserve to live. I felt so much grief for the women who were hurt by that bastard. I was so angry with myself for missing the signs. Being unable to help them really hurt. And knowing that I didn't have the right to feel the pain over it as the one who had done wrong, it was crushing. That night, I never felt more alone. I thought no one would even understand me. That's why I could never be trusted again. Not even by myself. Ash, you shouldn't have trusted me either. Take Scarlet's hand in mine. Of course I trust you. Because look, we got to revive together. It's all because I had you looking out for me. You're a good person, Scarlet. You don't need a stupid elevator to tell you that. There'll be lots of things to look forward to now that I can't feel her beside me anymore. Scarlet? She read to see anything. Did my words reach her? It's alright either way. Because we promised that we'd see each other again. Right, Scarlet? Thank you, Ash, for everything.
Counting all my mistakes, it shatters softly like a dandelion. Put my faith in the wind, hoping they'll grow again. Another time, another place with new friends. Wake me when my afterlife begins.
Oh, now Scarlet's on this picture with Ash. Well, I guess that wraps up leaving with Scarlet and giving that ending. Which leaves, well, two bad endings, leaving alone and reviving with death. So, we'll do one of those next time, possibly the death option. Oh, the question mark has revealed that I could have abandoned Rouge. Anyway, I guess it makes sense they didn't want to spoil that. Anyway, we will do another ending next time. Thank you for watching. Thank you, Serenity Forge, for the code. If you enjoyed the video, consider tossing a like, comment, subscribe, maybe click the bell for notifications. Also, be sure to check out the description below. Various links, social media, Discord. Come hang out, get notifications there as well. And until next time, this is rinimt signing out. Bye!